Hi.
Hello, and welcome to That's English.
Today we've got a really fascinating programme about holidays and travel.
I love this topic.
We're going to see a really interesting documentary about couch surfing.
What exactly is that, Annabelle? I understand the two words, couch or sofa, and surfing, but couch surfing? Does it mean the couch gets wet?
You obviously haven't tried it, Ashley.
No, I haven't. At least I don't think so.
When you were when you were younger than you are now, if you were visiting friends of your own age, where would you stay?
Well, sometimes on the floor, and usually on the couch.
And were you polite to your friend, the host, el anfitrión?
Oh, yes. I was always aware, consciente, of the house rules.
Good. Well, let's have a look at the documentary. And while you watch, look for the answer to this question. How did Sam feel the first time he went couch surfing? Let's watch.
Finding somewhere to stay when you are travelling can be expensive. Fortunately, if you don't have a lot of money, you can usually find hostels and very basic hotels. Now, there's a different type of accommodation called couch surfing, and it's free. How does it work? Imagine you want to go travelling. You decide where you want to go. For example, London. Then you go to a couch surfing website. You look for someone offering their couch for you to sleep on. That's all. We asked very experienced couch surfer Mark, who lives on a boat on the River Thames in London, to tell us more.
Fundamentally, it's about travelling to places to stay with locals and to share experiences with locals. The idea was conceived in 1999-2000, and then 2005, I think it was, the website was launched as a public access website.
So if you want to visit a big city like San Francisco or Rio de Janeiro, you can always find a free place to stay. Couch surfing certainly saves you money. And it can also show you how people live in your holiday destination. The choice to host someone is yours.
You can decide whether you want to or not to host this person. Same as when you're surfing, you can look at profiles and choose whether you want to or not stay with these people.
The couch surfer has many benefits, but what about the host? What advantages are there for the host? And what advice would Mark give to anyone thinking of offering their sofa?
You do have to be gregarious, you do have to be socially aware, you do have to be relaxed in social situations. I see couch surfing and having guests come and stay as a means of travelling without moving. And when we have travellers that come and stay with us here, they bring that openness and they bring that energy with them. We very much state that, when you come and stay with us, our home is your home. You do the washing up in your own home, so do the washing up in our home. So it's just normal, common sense etiquette.
Sam was a couch surfer and is now living with Mark on the houseboat in London. We asked him about his couch surfing experience.
The great advantage of couch surfing, I think, is that it makes you feel less alone when you travel. When I had my very first couch surfing experience, I was nervous to arrive there because you are staying in someone's home as a stranger and they will have rules that you might not understand initially. It's about meeting people who have different belief systems and different cultures and different backgrounds to you. I think that's the most valuable aspect of it. The best tip is to just treat people's home as if it was your own home. You need to have a willingness to be open with people. You have to have a willingness to share stories. I think you have to really love people.
It seems that couch surfing, the international travellers network, is here to stay.
What a cool idea.
Aha, so now you like couch surfing. What do you like about it?
If you stay with local people and go around with them, you really get to know a place better. than if you visit as a normal tourist.
Yes, they say you can only know a place properly if you know the inhabitants. But let's see if you got the answer to our question. How did Sam feel the first time he went couch surfing?
Let's check.
When I had my very first couchsurfing experience, I was nervous to arrive there because you are staying in someone's home.
So the first time that Sam went couch surfing, he was nervous because he was staying in someone's home.
I guess I'd feel the same.
Yes, but it's a wonderful experience. When I went couch surfing in India, they took me around in their auto rickshaw.
So you've already done it?
Yes, lots of times. San Francisco, Beijing, Paris, Jakarta, Rio.
Wow, you've certainly seen the world. Which was your best couch surfing experience?
Oh, it has to be Rio. I was there during the carnival, and my host and his friends took me to all the best bars. We went dancing till 7 in the morning, and then in the afternoons they took me sightseeing.
I'm very envious. Mind you, 3 years ago, I went to the carnival in Venice. That was amazing.
Fantastic. Did you wear a mask?
Of course, everyone was wearing a mask. Now let's see what people said when we asked this question. How would you recommend travelling around your country?
Great. I'm looking forward to this.
I recommend either by coach or bus because there's a lot to see.
The best way to go around New Zealand is by bicycle. We now have a national cycling pathway off-road.
The best way to get around is by car. But if you don't have a car, there are some fantastic railway lines. The West Highland Railway is just a beautiful journey on its own.
The best way to get around Jamaica is by car, or it's a fairly good bus system is coming up in Jamaica.
Canada is a very large country, so if you have the time, rent a car. Renting a car is the best way to see it. If you need to get from A to B quickly, best bet is to hop on a plane.
Traveling around India, I think auto rickshaw would be a good option because there are plenty of them on the roads, so yeah.
The best way to travel around Australia is either by car, bus or plane, mainly because it's such a large country, it does take a while to get to most places.
You see, Annabelle, they mentioned lots of different means of transport. The coach, the bus, the bicycle, auto rickshaw, the plane, train.
Yes, but the car is still the preferred method of transport in most countries.
I suppose if you live in a very big country, like the USA, a car is essential.
They also have lots of space for parking, except in the bigger cities like New York, of course.
Yes, but there's a fantastic subway system in New York.
What we call the Underground in London.
Or, colloquially, the Tube.
That's right. And now it's time to watch Sam and Katie in the next part of their road trip. This episode is a bit different because they're going to travel on a steam train, tren de vapor.
Yes, so see if you can find the answer to this. Why doesn't the man on the train fly very often?
OK, let's watch.
What's that?
Well, my mom always says on a long journey, take food and water.
But it's only a 75-minute journey.
What if the train breaks down?
There's a buffet car on the train, Sam.
Oh, okay. I'll just take some cookies. It was a lot of work building this railroad just for tourists.
The railway wasn't built for tourism, but to bring local rocks down from the mountains to the port.
So when did they start using it for tourism?
It says in 1955, more than 100 years after steam trains were introduced.
Oh, hey, Katie, look. Look at that cute hill.
That's Snowdon, the highest mountain in Wales. Excuse me, can I ask why you like the railway?
Well, I love steam trains and these views are amazing.
Do you usually take your vacation in Britain?
Yes, I enjoy getting to know my own country. I also like to fly as little as possible.
Are you afraid of flying?
No, I just want to protect the environment.
Thanks a lot.
Excuse me, can you tell me when the trains were first introduced?
Well, the railway opened in 1865, but it didn't become a tourist attraction until 1955.
Well, why is an attraction like this so popular with modern tourists?
People are fascinated by the past, but they also really love steam engines.
Who runs the railway?
It's largely run by volunteers.
Wow, amazing. Well, we better get back on board. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Sam, where were your grandparents from?
A place called Conway.
Would you like to go there?
Wow, that'd be awesome. Oh, I left my cookies on the train.
No lunch today then. Don't worry, Sam. We'll eat in a pub on the way.
Can you imagine how difficult it was to build that railway?
Yes, and without all the sophisticated modern machinery that we have nowadays.
Really extraordinary. By the way, did you notice that Katie and Sam used a different word for the same thing?
Yes, Sam called it a railroad and Katie called it a railway.
Yes, and don't forget that Sam says cookies instead of biscuits.
Didn't someone say two nations divided by a common language? So our question, why doesn't the man on the train fly very often? Let's have another look.
Yes, I enjoy getting to know my own country. I also like to fly as little as possible.
Are you afraid of flying?
No, I just want to protect the environment.
So the man on the train doesn't fly very often because he wants to protect the environment, just like you and your bike, Annabelle.
Well, I do what I can. Maybe you should too, Ashley. You could sell your car and your motorbike and buy a bicycle.
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Oh, I don't believe you. So that's all for today. We look forward to seeing you soon for the next programme of That's English. Bye-bye.
Bye.